Hi, everyone. It's Annemiek from the Academy for Soul-Based Coaching, and I'm here with Erica Ela today. Hi.
Hi. Hello, hello.
Hello. And I love that you have agreed to share some of your story about Invoke Your Client's Magic, the Soul-Based Coaching Certification Program, because
Yeah.
I just love having you with us in your yurt. So maybe you can just tell us a little bit about, where were you just before you started and decided to start the program?
hmm Yeah, so well, I am a mom of two quite little children, and so I that was what I was doing before, and I mean I'm still doing that. That didn't change. Good thing. But yeah, I mean, meaning in the last few years, that's what I where my focus was, and I always like, self-awareness work and self-discovery work, and I have a degree in psychology, but I never kind of developed too much into it. After my college degree, I started traveling and just a little bit of an alternative route. But I was feeling kind of ready to maybe do something, like maybe do some coaching training. I wasn't really sure what a life coach even was when I ran into the email that somehow got to me. So I was kind of joke with Amremik that I never really even know how really got there. But yeah, so it was kind of magical that way because I wasn't really like, okay, I'm looking for something, but there was a vague intention, and I was looking at things that I was familiar with, like Byron Katie or some other, some things that I ran into it. And then yeah, and then I got this email and I'm like, oh, okay, and I open it and got more intrigued than intrigued, and it really felt that was, yeah, it's, and then I was like, okay, I'll think about it. And then it kind of was feeling like, oh my god, maybe I don't want to lose this thing. And it kind of got urgent, and all of a sudden, and I remember writing you, well, I don't think I can do it with the girls and all my life. And so finally, so finally I kind of magically all fit in the how to to just do that.
Mm.
And yeah, it worked out well. And it was huge for me to have that space for myself. And yeah, I think it immediately brought me some some the exercise what we were doing even at the beginning, just that connection with myself that I um really needed to get.
Mm.
That's entering in that space. It yeah, gave me a tool to work on what was already on my path, but that I wasn't that easy to integrate in the everyday life, I guess.
Mm. And so it helped you to integrate that into your daily life, that thing which was already on your path.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah. And I guess really, yeah, this, yeah, of using it as tools, the all the work that we do, the holding space, and the connection with ourselves, put him in, yeah, it helped me put it in a really like um yeah, just really some as tools that I could get and use. Of course, here we got in the metaphor way.
Yeah, we can't not do metaphors when it comes to this work. So yes, tools that you could get and use for
Mhm.
yourself, but also you started to now use them with other people, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely, and it's been really a lot of fun to Right away, I mean, quite soon I was able to work with friends and family that, wanted to, at the beginning, friends and family, and, it kind of like expanded a little bit more already. But right from the beginning, yeah, I was able to play, in a way. And, it's not play, but that's the thing, it does have a quality of a game. And it really brought me to be able to share in deep connection with those people around me. And do something, like get together with some really quality time, that it was an important work for them and for me. And
Mm,
that's what I think it's really beautiful, is that um it really brings a lot to both parties, because there is, well, first of all, just the way in which we approach an old space for the other person is so recharging. So I usually come out almost recharged from the sessions. It's not
mm,
like a training thing, because a lot of time is like intense to to be there for another person. And so enriched, and I always learn so much from the other person, as in a mirror. And I'm like, wow, I go through the same challenges on. And I mean, it's pretty amazing. A lot of time I feel almost that the person is working also for me. Like, okay, thank you.
yeah, isn't that interesting? So anyone who doesn't know anything about soul-based coaching might think, so how does that work? But the key, there's a the like the key metaphor that I like to use is that we're like midwives for this process of the change that our clients go through. And so it's not so much that we have to tell them what to do or that we know how they're going to do it, but we are very well skilled in helping that person, our client, go through the change process exactly as they need to go through it. And therefore, sometimes you get beautiful gifts and being able to witness how our clients move through their own stuff. And it can be very inspiring. Yeah,
Mhm.
gorgeous. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah. And also, it's amazing how what I really like is that it's about the person finding their own way. It's not me advising what to do,
Yeah.
and that's huge, I think, because it's just so important.
Yeah. What's important about it? How would you describe that?
Well, it's important because we are unique people and we all work differently. So something that can work for me, it can't really work for you, because it's just not. Yeah, somebody gets, for example, somebody relaxes in front of a sunset, and somebody relaxes in, with a beer, or
Mm,
so, we all have our, different ways of coping with life and what's there.
yeah.
And I one thing I really like, that I couldn't quite grasp it when you were talking about it, and when it's preparing the river bed for that change to happen. And so now I see, now I understand it, but it was hard for me at the beginning. I was like, what is she meaning? And I just kind of had to go with my gut feelings, that was,
Yeah, and it is a quality that's difficult to describe because we're not used to it in our like in the way that our societies are set up and the way that we're used to pay attention to things. But it is about with the way that we hold space and the way that we ask our questions. We do prepare this like this space that change can flow through. So it's about giving a really solid bed, like riverbed, like a solid thing. And it is something that you can only get to know by experiencing it. Like this is the this is the closest that we can get in our words, I think. Yeah.
yes,
Mm.
exactly. And
Gorgeous.
it is a work that it is in between words and the subconscious, I think. it is a work that it is rational and involves the logic brain, because you're talking and you're reasoning and all of that, but it is works in an underlying energetic, I mean, if we can call it that way, I don't even know, but
Yeah, I'll accept the words. I think it's again, it's part, it works at the layers that are our primary operating system, is like another metaphor that I sometimes use. And so the words are our way in, but it's definitely not about the words in a rational sense, and like only about the words. So I love
yeah.
what you say about how it's a kind of in between layer that we work on. And I love that you've been able to take this work into where your heart is calling you to work with expecting moms.
Oh, yes, yes, that was a kind of an interesting inspiration. And a friend of mine was about to give birth, and I was like, oh, we should try this. And it seems that it's really special and helps them prepare for the big journey, during the pregnancy journey and for the birth itself. So I'm excited to dive even more deep into that.
Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah.
So, how happy are you that you have followed your gut instinct and said yes to this thing that you didn't even quite knew that you were looking for at the time?
Yeah, I'm really, really happy, definitely. I mean, I think after the 3 weeks, after the like even 2 or 3 weeks. I mean, I think after the first time I was like, you know what, even if I decide to do only a month, no, but I mean, I think, yeah, right away I could tell. I mean, has been, yeah, such a journey of growth and exchange, with and learning, and yeah, definitely, definitely really happy, and
Gorgeous. Yeah.
feeling blessed. Yeah, I'm feeling blessed that it we've been somehow
Yeah.
in my life. Yeah.
Yes, it's gorgeous, and I'm sure that we'll be hearing more from you as time continues. You're at the end stages of the program now and heading towards certification. So we look
Yeah.
forward to seeing how all of that is going to unfold for you. Thank you so much for sharing.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah.
And thanks everyone for watching. Let us know if
Pleasure.
you have any questions, as always. All right, until we see each other again.